What's poppin', sunshines? It's your girl April. Welcome back to another video. You guys, this is take two. We are going to try again. So I did try to film and show you guys my process on how I do everything, but it was so chaotic. And I was not even finished, and the video was like 57 minutes. And I was just like, you know what? No, I couldn't do it. So I'm just gonna get into it. I finished the process, but I want to show you guys, I do have a new binder. We are going to talk about my 2026 financial goals and whatnot, and this binder is a part of it. So for those of you who are new, I did get invited to do some collabs, and so one of my collabs is already in this binder, which is my 100 savings challenges binder, and it has 100 challenges that's dedicated to this binder that will be getting completed. It's a mixture of different creators. However, I didn't do like Amanda did. Amanda, she picked 100 creators. I'm using the challenges that I already have because for those of you who don't know, I collect challenges like Pokemon. And one of my 2026 goals is for me to use what I have. I love you guys dearly, but your girl cannot purchase any more challenges this year until I clear my inventory of all of the things that I have purchased, because it is a lot. It is a lot. And I actually did some more shopping before the year ended from our girl Kiki over at Saving Minks. I got some challenges from her. I also got some challenges from another budgeter that I cannot think of at the top of my head right now. But I purchased some stuff off of her Ko-fi. And so that is it. So the other challenges that I got collabs I got invited to was 100 sidekicks, Disney sidekicks, by 25 awesome creators, you guys. And I forgot them in my room, but I'm not filming that one just yet, so I can go run and get it, come back and film it, because I will be filming in here. So I was invited to do a collab with our girl Maddie from Floating Funds, and so each challenge will get $5 whether I win or lose. And what I will do is, as I play, I will deduct, and at the end it'll be $180. So I have $180 that's allocated to this collab. My tinies, I have $113 as of right now to play with for my tiny collab, and that was hosted by Veronica from Weekly Budgets, Glow. Oh, I don't have the paper because I can't think of everybody off the top of my head. I also purchased 2 saving books. One from Stephanie, which is a card book from Overthinking Budgeting. And I'm starting off with one of her pages in that book. And it has 2 challenges per page. So I'm starting off with the 300 challenge. And then Norellis's book, I'm starting with this one. And then once I complete those 2, I will replace Stephanie's with this one, and then I'll pick from these on which ones I want to replace it with. But I have a goal. This is my lease that shit binder, and for right now I have the down payment to lease my van, because I will be honest, you guys, I cannot afford a car payment. Sometimes you have to be honest with yourself, but with the income that I am on, I am not able to afford monthly payments, especially with the prices being what they are. But I did some research and I seen how much it would be to lease. And so I will not be doing that until my older daughter goes off to high school, because right now we only need one car. We do not need to have two cars, but eventually we are going to need to get a second vehicle, and this is what this is for. So right now I have the down payment already fully funded. I have 1 year of payments with $250 being the max of payment of leasing a vehicle monthly. And so I have 1 year of payment. And so for my lease that shit, it's a goal to 5K. So right now I have $1,239 for this 5K goal. And I am going to be completing it by doing these lovely challenges from Stephanie and Norellis. And once I complete their books, I will add something later. But that's what this is. And I'm trying to think. So far, we have $120 that I allocated, and we're going to be doing this on camera when we play our collabs. So that is what this challenge are going to be dedicated to. And so far I have $20 in Norellis's challenge. And so I will be marking off the numbers. Get in there. Struggle bus, struggle bus. I will be marking off the numbers once I film it. So that's that. And then, as you can see, $280 went into these challenges, and I dispersed the money. I dispersed the money that way. But this is my lease that shit binder, because I will be leasing a car when it's time. And so my goal is to have the money for that already saved. So it will not be in my budget, basically. So that's what I'm working on. That's the new thing that's coming into the budget, and that's one of the goals. All right, so let's get into it. All right, so this is everything that I did yesterday. And so we're just going to get into it. So your girl had to revamp her budget. Karopi fell. She had to revamp her budget because I paid off my cell phone. And so that brought my cell phone bill down from $151 to $105. I also had an increase in my HBO Max subscription of $2. So instead of paying $19 a month, I now have to pay $21 a month. I also, because I have the little cheat sheet here. Okay, yes. I also signed up my little one for Hooked on Phonics, which is $14 a month. However, my PTO and the Hooked on Phonics is in red because it comes from my buffer. So my buffer from all of our expenses, I have a buffer after everything is paid, and if I'm sticking to my budget, I have a buffer of $189. However, because I'm saving for future pay time off and the Hooked on Phonics, my buffer is really $125. Also, they're under variable instead of my fixed expenses because Hooked on Phonics is temporary until she outgrows it. And so this is not something that is long term. Also, for the PTO, it can change because I can fully fund it or I can skip a month. So that's why I have it under variable. I also went in and I decreased my shopping from $235 to $171. And so I did this because I want to buckle down on my spending on things that I really don't really need, but it's want. So in order to do that, you guys, I am sending $100 over to basically to my YOLO account. So I'm going to be sending myself $100, and that's where I deducted that from. And so it's all accounted for. It's just I'm doing it this way to help me with my impulse spending, I should say. So I'm giving myself $100 of spending money. And I just took it off of here because I don't want to count it in here and throw myself off. So that's that. Also, I revamped my money allocation and YouTube checklist. So I did this on camera so you guys could see the process. But y'all not going to be able to see the process. You guys get to see the aftermath. All right, so normally for my dream hustle income, I pay myself $400. But since I have another enrollment, I am giving myself a bonus of $250. And so I was able to give each of these categories, from the yellow to the challenge binder, I was able to give them extra money because from yellow to blue, you guys, these are all bonus savings. These are all bonus savings that I am saving for adding a little bit extra. And then what I did, you guys, I am getting rid of Kimmy's roll and save. I am not bringing this into the new year, you guys. I am removing this, and I was supposed to allocate $125 in here to complete these challenges, but your girl made a boo-boo and it was not in front of my face, and I already sent that money that I was supposed to use to complete these challenges there. So this binder the challenges are not going to be complete in there, and you know, it's okay because sometimes it's like that, and I wasn't going to pull money from somewhere else just to complete it. And so what I am going to do though, because there's 12 challenges in here. So 1 through 6 is going to go to my old lady gang, which is my retirement. And 7 through 12, I have a randomizing card in here. For those of you who are not sure with that, this is what I have a randomizer card. This one, 1 through 4 is Bank of America. And then 1 through 6 over here is my ally. So I roll a two-sided die to decide where this money will go, whether it's going to go to my B of A or if it's going to go to my ally. And I rolled a 4-sided die to pick where it's going to get allocated to, and vice versa. I pick a 6 and whatnot. And so that is what a randomizer card is. And so I have one of those in here, and so then it will tell me where it's going to go. All right, so I started my holiday saving last month. And so $42 a month will get me $504. And then Save That Shit is for my medical sinking fund, and it gets 30, and Potter gets 40, and my Potter binder is my B of A sinking funds. Then my regular sinking funds, which is this binder, which I'm going to talk to you about really quick. So I did a thing. So I'm always thinking about, okay, what if this, what if that? Because my second job, you guys, is variable income, because sometimes I can have full enrollment, and then sometimes I can just have one kid. And then sometimes I might not even have a kid, and it's like, okay, I have all of these categories that I fund with my dream hustle income, which is bonus savings. How can I fund it if I don't have any income coming in through my dream hustle? So then I went ahead, you guys, and each of these categories that I just showed you here, it has a sinking fund. And so my van, the girls, oh shit, my old lady gang, which is the retirement. And then what else? My challenge binder, subscription. So I gave these ones because I'm like, this is extra, so when I write, it doesn't smear. So you guys, so I updated it so that I can focus with my regular job. It can cover my extra binders that are bonus savings, if that makes sense. All right, and so I just wanted to show you guys that this beautiful charm right here is made from our girl Soul over at Designs by Soul 2024, and it's with the splash of sunshine because this is a junk journal charm that I added to my binder. All right, okay, so there's that. My Ko-fi binder is my expenses. And then I left it blank because this is like for any extra money that I get, it'll be like a bonus stuffing. And then my IG bonus savings, you guys, this is when I do the first of the month. I take a screenshot of my reel, or I use Selma from Bitch Is It in the Budget. She changed her name to Selma Makes Sense now, but she does like Thursday tips, and I try to do it at the end of the month, and then I add what I screenshot from my own and then hers together, and then it gives me bonus savings. And so I'll write it here, that way I know this is how much money that I saved. And then my scratch with me was normally these cards here from our girl Crafty Girl Budgets. I completed this, but I'm doing something a little bit different. I would scratch these at the first of the month or on paycheck number 2 to get bonus savings. But instead of scratching these, I have Becca Budgets 777. I have her monster matchup. And so I am going to be scratching 2 of her cards for extra savings. I was playing this in my game binder, which was allocated to my van fund, which I hit because I did hit that goal. So I didn't need it anymore, but I still want to use the things that I paid for. Hence the use what we have. And so even though this is scratched off, I'm still going to be saving that. So this month I am going to be scratching I'm going to be scratching these 4 cards and adding it because I still have, I'm using these ones first, but I still have this deck right here to use. So this is what I'll be using for the scratch with me, and then I will write how much I saved right here, just so I can remember, you guys, because I have to write everything down, you guys. Oh, this goes here. I have to write everything down because girl is forgetful. She is so forgetful. So that what helps me because I do have ADHD, and yeah, and so it helps me keep everything, all of my chaos, it helps me keep it organized. All right, you guys, so let's talk about how we did with our savings in the year of 2025. So as of 12/31/2025, in my Ally account, you guys, I ended the year with $18,550.77 in savings. Bank of America 1, I ended it with $1,569.96. And Bank of America number 2, which is my business account for my dream hustle. Because for those of you who are new, I do have a licensed in-home preschool pre-K program. It's a half-day program here in Arizona. I have in my savings $1,532.29. We will see if we owe anything in taxes, because I might have to use it to pay my taxes. Some of it, because some of this is PTO. But as of right now, this is all savings. So the total savings for 2025 was $21,651. I did not add the cents, you guys. I also wanted to let you guys know as well, I am in the roundup for my Ally, Roundup Ally. I enrolled in that. And for those of you who don't know, Roundup is when you're basically saving your change digitally, because I am not a cash budgeter. I am a digital budgeter. I do not use cash. So I saved $77 with the Roundup program in my Ally. I'm super excited. And this is what I am going to be using. I am going to be filming this as well, but I have it in the back. So I earned $77 from my roundup. So $77, you guys, is going to be going into my 100 savings challenge binder. And so I'll have an extra $77 to go towards that. So yeah, and so this is how I am keeping track. And so I'm super excited. But the fun thing is, you guys, I am going to start where I have this ribbon, because I want to touch my other challenges. So I'm going to use that $77 to touch these challenges back here. That is what I'm going to do. As you guys can see, I have so many. And some of these are freebies. Some of these were purchased, but I have them, and some are minis, some are tinies. But yeah, I'm going to use that $77 to touch the challenges in here that have not been touched yet. And so I'm using this ribbon that I got from Hot Girl Budget, our girl Ray. This was tied to my my Secret Santa gift. And so I am using that to do that. So I needed to add that because I wanted to tell you guys that I saved $77 just from change. So if you are a digital budgeter, if you are a digital budgeter, you can still do the change. You can still save change. Check your banks. I have Bank of America. Bank of America does it, but I wasn't about to sit there and calculate how much change I saved with Bank of America, because they're not as cool and hip like Ally, where they have the category where you can see how much you save just with your change from the Roundup program. But I save change that way too in my Bank of America, where it rounds up. So say you spent $19.50, it will send the remainder 50 cents to your savings account. So check your banks to see if they offer that as well. And then you guys can sign up for that too, if you are a digital budgeter. Even if you're not a digital budgeter, if you know you swipe your card, still sign up for it, because you can always save change with your cash, and you can always save your change digitally as well. So I encourage you guys to sign up for that. All right, so I did have a magic month. It was for January, but because I ended up getting paid on a holiday, we got paid earlier. So that that magic month got attached to December. And so I gave myself I got paid $1,136. And so I gave myself $200 for spending money. I gave the girls $100 for their binder. For my lease that shit binder, I allocated $200. For my get ahead, $200 was given. Old Lady Gang got $200, and my 100 challenge binder, which is for my bachelor's degree, got $200. So total, I moved over $1,100 to my Ally account, and $900 of it went to savings. The remainder, $36, remained in my account as a buffer. December Dream Hustle income. For my preschool, I paid myself, not earned, because this is not the total amount that I earned for the month. This is what I just count what I pay myself. The rest is kept in my business account to go towards expenses. For my preschool, I paid myself $650. 110 of it goes to my YOLO account for me to spend on whatever I want to. Ko-fi, I earned $190. And then for the food program, which is a part of my preschool, I got a check for $132.48. So total earnings for the Dream Hustle income was $972, you guys. All right, now let's talk about where that $650 went. So spending got 110, my van got 80, oh shit got 60, get ahead got 100, the girls got 80, my education binder got 60, my challenge binder got 100, and Sav Saves got 60, because I am no longer utilizing the Roll and Save binder, which was getting 60 every month. It is now going to Sav Saves, getting my shit together $1 at a time binder. And as you can see, I already put the money right here in the front. So when it's time for me to film, I can just get into it. And I will be filming this for Instagram and TikTok. That's what that will be for. And so that totals up, all of this added together is $650. All right, so my Ko-fi income was $190. 70 was left in my spending account because I paid myself back because I got a new desk mat, and it's a business expense. I got a new desk mat and I got push pins, not push pins. I got a new desk mat and I did get push pins. They're super cute too, for my goal board, that I'll also be talking to you guys about. But I had to get ink. My ink is almost $70, you guys. It is almost $70. And so the 70, I left it in my account basically to pay myself back. 120 got transferred to my savings account. 60 went to my Ko-fi expense bucket, and 60 went to my Ko-fi income bucket, because I am saving my Ko-fi income for future expenses, just in case I don't have money to fund them when I need to. Hopefully that makes sense, guys. All right, so now this is to help me keep track of what I transferred from my spending account to my buckets. So as of yesterday, 180 got transferred to the girls, 280 got transferred to the van, 60 got old shit, get ahead got 300, education got 260, challenge binder got 100, Sav Saves, which is my old lady gang, 60 went to Sav, and 200 went to Amanda, because I am doing 2 challenge books for my retirement. For those of you who know, for those of you who are new and don't know, but your girl, don't be like your girl and wait until you are in your 40s, because I am 40, to start saving for retirement. I wish I had someone tell me when I was younger, because I have worked a lot, I have worked a lot of jobs, and I wish someone would have told me earlier in my life, like, hey, have you thought about saving for retirement? Because you're going to get old one day and you're not going to be wanting to work for forever. And I didn't have anybody in my life to tell me that. But you know what? It's okay, because it's better to start now than to not start ever. But I encourage you, no matter how old you are, whether you're in your 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, just start, you guys, just start. And so my job does have a 401k program that they just rolled out, and I did sign up for that, but I'm also saving myself for my retirement, especially since I started late in life. And so 200 is going to Amanda's binder, which I'll show you guys. That is this binder right here. This is her Hello Kitty binder. And so the money is already in here, and I already know how much each envelope is going to get. But we are going to be doing this together also on Instagram and TikTok. And so that is what that is for. All right. And so this helped me know, I broke down where everything is going. So Hello Kitty got 200, which is Amanda. Sav Saves got 60. My big one got 100, and my little one got 80. And then 100 was sent to Once Poppin' Sunshine Cash, because for my challenge binder, I am going to be doing a randomizer to figure out where those completed challenges are going to go. And so total saved as of January 2nd, 2026. Off to a good start, you guys. $1,440 was saved as of the 2nd day of January, which was yesterday, you guys, because today is the 3rd. The little check marks represent that I added the cash to the binder. So the cash is already there. So you guys, this is my way of keeping track of my finances. I'm also going to add in here a section where it says bucket to bucket transfer, so I can remember where I am transferring from bucket to bucket, because last year, one of the months, I could not figure out where I sent $50 to. And I know I sent it somewhere. I just couldn't remember what bucket I sent it to. And with Ally's bucket, it doesn't show you all of your bucket transfers when you go into your category. It shows you like the last 4 that you did. And I couldn't remember. So now I do a bucket to bucket transfer. I am using this beautiful planner. This is from our girl, Tabitha Brown. I got it at Target. It was on clearance. It doesn't have the price on here, but I paid for it. Was like $5, you guys. I got this for like $5, and it's undated. I love an undated planner. Like, y'all don't even know, because your girl is not always consistent when it comes to paper planning. But I am consistent with writing everything down like you see here. But one of the goals for 2026 is to use what you have. So as of right now, my lovely composition binder is going to be put on hold, because I am going to be using Tabitha Brown's planner to keep track of all of my stuff. But I love how I decorated it. And then, as you guys can see, I put all the dates. I paid my mortgage and my cell phone bill already, so I added that here. But I need to add all of my other bills, which this goes into play because I have the dates for each bill that comes out for my fixed expenses, as well as my variable expense, the Hooked on Phonics. And so I just have to set that up. I'm trying to make sure that I covered everything. I think I did. I think I did. But yeah, I wanted to show you guys my process. This is how I keep track of how the parents pay the tuition for the 2 clients that I have in my preschool. And so it is a new month, but I was on vacation this past week. And so I will not message them until tomorrow to let them know that tuition is due for the week of the 5th, and then they'll Zelle it to me, and then I'll check it off once it gets Zelled, and then I will total how much I received at the end of the month to help me keep track better, to help me better to keep, what am I trying to say? To help me keep track in a better way for my job number 2. All right, you guys, we are at the end of this video, and I think that was all I needed to say. And so I was so disappointed because I wanted to set up my Lease That Shit binder with you guys. I had wanted you guys to see how I do everything the first of the month and all of that fun stuff. But you know, it's okay. This works too. All right, and so we are at the end of the video. Y'all pray for me because I have to film my Survivor collab right after this. And I treated myself yesterday. When I got off work from my overnight job, I went and got a 90-minute massage. I got my toes done. And she's like, "You're not gonna get your nails done?" I'm like, "No, because I'm gonna do them myself because I have press-on nails." Because I do like to wear nails, but acrylic nails, I don't like how they mess up my nails because I have beautiful nails, in my opinion. So I'm like, oh, today I got up, I was watching my budgeting friends, and I was like, oh, let me do my nails. Because, you know, my feet are cute. Let's do my hands. And it didn't dawn on me, like, maybe I should have did my nails after I did this game, because picking up the dice, y'all, this is going to hinder me. It is going to hinder me, and I do not want to be up for elimination. I do not want to be up for elimination. And so far, I've only watched Maddie, but Maddie, she just killed it doing her challenge. She killed it. She was the winner. Chicken dinner. All right. I just needed to throw that there. All right, so we are going to be doing question number 4 because I've already asked these 3 questions in my previous videos that I have filmed, which is coming to a channel near you. So question number 4 is, what do you think friendship is? I think friendship is grace, understanding, patience, kindness, and accountability. I think that's what friendship is. There's different types of friendships. And with that, I think it's beautiful. Friendship is beautiful when it is done properly. For those of you who have made it to the end of this video, please put in the comments down below, what do you think friendship is? I hope you guys never underestimate the difference that you have made in the lives that you have touched, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace.